Urban Revolution Radio's Your Morning Show with your boy Nino and your man D Hicks, broadcasting live from the Evans Motor Studios, 1056 East Riverside Drive, home of the buy here, pay here option with all of the great deals to go down for the fall. If you use promo code Nino, Nino, you'll get that $100 Visa gift card upon purchase completion. Also sponsored by Spudz-N-Stuff, home of the Holy Montana. Give them a call or order online at Spudz-N-Stuff.com. Use promo code Nino. You'll get that 10% discount if you're a non-first responder, and first responders get the automatic 10% discount because Spudz-N-Stuff is first responder friendly over there. They're also hiring for nighttime and weekend delivery drivers. So if you need to make your car make some money for you, you're looking for some extra cash, you can get almost up to $20 an hour. Doing that, man, you starting off at 10 just off rip, you know what I mean, $10 an hour. Get the tips, man. It can get up to about $20-something an hour. Right. Get a good tip, it'll make your night. Had a couple of those. So give them a call, 812-402-7783, or apply online through our Facebook page, facebook.com/live999WJCB to order for that. To apply for that nighttime or weekend delivery driver position over there at Spudz-N-Stuff. Daylight saving time is officially ended.
Man.
As of yesterday, a lot of people get it confused. No, it's not beginning. It doesn't begin in the fall. Daylight saving time actually ends in the fall, and we go back to our normal time. Normal way of being. But with the ups and with the downs, it's a lot of people deal with the mental health issues of dealing with so much night.
Right, being dark and then getting dark early.
Do your mood ever get affected by like the time of day or like the weather or anything like that?
My sleep pattern gets off a little bit, but as far as mood, I'm just straight.
Now, see, sometimes I can say, sometimes when it rains like multiple days in a row and things like that, you just like, you ain't seen the sun in 66 days. Like it feels like, so I like sunshine. I like the brightness. I like the daytime. And it's in the wintertime, it's the shortest of those daylight hours. I really think daylight saving time is totally obsolete. We talked about that before. It's really unnecessary in this day and age of digital clocks and everything's on the 24-hour Greenwich Mean Time and all. So you can get up with, you got headlights on trucks. They say it was supposed to help for farmers to have more planting time in the spring, because you plant in the spring and you harvest in the fall. So it was more time for them to do their planting and growing all that stuff and getting everything ready for the winter, have more daylight. Not anymore. Because nobody follows the sun up, sundown pattern anymore. You know what I mean? Right. When your alarm clock go off, it's time to get up. It don't matter what time it is, the sun up, sundown. Because I know it's plenty of days when it was like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. It's still like, man, where's the sun at? It'd be so cloudy outside. So if you're just waiting on the sun to come up in this day and age, I don't even think the Amish do it that way. They got the wind-up clocks, even though I would imagine, they can wake them up when they need to get woke up and doing. So in this day and age, daylight savings time is actually really kind of more annoying.
Yeah.
Because just like taking this trip when I was going up to Chicago for the family funeral.
You lost an hour, didn't you?
Man, I lost game. You could see my clock. Right, when you dipping in and out of the time zone just here in Indiana. It can be so confusing. Man, and you try to schedule an appointment in a different time zone. I know I messed that up. I had an appointment at was it the VA? No, it wasn't the VA. It was another doctor's office, because the VA was over in Marion, Illinois. They on the same time that we are. But it was another doctor's office that was on it. It was I'm trying to remember, was it Huntingburg? Whatever time. But I had to go over, and the time zone was the hour ahead on the Eastern clock, something like that. And I set the time for mine, so I ended up getting there like an hour late. Some crazy. That was like, I didn't understand, I didn't take into account, forgot to take into account the time change. But it's hard to remember to do that when you're in the same state. You're in the same region. That's like, you really don't think about that. And that's one of the confusing things. Why would even the state of Indiana have two separate time zones?
Be confused as hell.
Just for the reason of, but it's a lot of people, when it comes to going back to normal time, because daylight saving time gives people more time to be active in the daylight. Your clocks adjust, your sleep time adjusts a little bit, because you're so used to going to sleep at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, whenever that 9 or 10 o'clock happens to be.
Right.
You know what I mean? Whether it's still kind of dusk or bright outside or whether it's pitch black midnight, you know, your body still gets used to doing that 9 o'clock. But then when you switch your time clocks, you can't switch your internal clock like a digital clock. That takes some getting used to. You know, so we had the so-called extra hour this past weekend to get the hour back. You know, and it kind of messed me up too, because I know I went to sleep after Saturday Night Live went off, and that's midnight.
Right.
You know, I went to sleep, woke up, you know, took a little blink, went to the bathroom. It was 1 o'clock. Went back to sleep. Blinked again, because you know I'd taken a nap earlier that day, so I was just kind of up there. I blinked again, went back to sleep, woke up again. It was still 1 o'clock.
Get out of here, bro.
Dude, so I was like,
so the time zone.
Right, it switched back. Dude, and it freaked me out for a hot second. Man, I was like, I know I just went to sleep. Is my phone broke? What happened? And you know, my groggy mind, I forgot all about daylight saving time. Was in and everything. I'm tripping. I'm looking at my phone like, dude, what's going on? This is real. I know. Well, like 2 minutes passed or something like that. Right. But no, an actual whole hour had passed and the time clock had just switched back, you know what I mean? So it was all good. But it's just one of those annoying things a lot of people have to get used to, the sleep pattern, the work pattern, just the up and down of seeing the sun go up and down across the sky. Because it does affect a lot of people's mood when you see a lot of just dismal, a lot of cloudy, a lot of rainy all the time. Like people go up to the ladder. We brought up about the movie Insomnia with Al Pacino and Robert De Niro. He had to learn how to adjust in that 12 hours of, I guess, darkness or 24 hours of daylight.
I could do it.
Man, and then, you know, you got to blank your windows. I mean, you got to get total blackout windows and total blackout this and all that kind of stuff. You know, and it's like, it's just from walking from outside to inside, it would be a thing. Because it's, even though it's 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, the sun is still up. So when you walk in your house and all the blackout curtains and all that, now it just switches totally to dark, and you got to tell your body, hey, it's midnight. I got to go to sleep. Right. Come on. Your mind is still like, no, it's daylight outside. It's a whole bunch of...
that's how it was,
you know, and it can't be in the reverse where you just see so much darkness, so much dismalness. Now it's getting dark at like 4:30.
4:30, man.
You know what I mean? So we're gonna have the most dark hours of the year coming up until
no reason.
You know, just I mean, and this is the normal. We on the normal clock right now, but our bodies have gotten so used to having that extra hour of daylight, and it's like almost 2 hours have been 2 hours of daylight have been snatched away. Because in the daylight saving time, our sun, even in the latest times, like a week ago, the sun was setting at like 6 o'clock.
Wow.
5:30, you know, 6, maybe 7 at the latest. You know, set now it's at 5 o'clock. 4:45, 5 o'clock. It's gonna be dusk and all that kind of. Some people getting up, going to work in the dark,
and going home,
coming back home in the dark. But that's just the normal flow of the time. We're in regular time right now, and I just think if we just kept it that way, our bodies would normally adjust. You know, because I think, do any other countries still do daylight saving time? Let me check. I don't know if any other country still even do that. I think that's just an American thing. You know what I mean? And even not all of America does it. So
it don't make no sense.
You know, I don't understand it. So if this sudden switch in time affects you this time of year, please don't wait or hesitate to get the mental health help that you need. A lot of people deal with depression, especially when coming up in these winter hours where you're going to be spending more time indoors, more time in darkness, more time with less sunlight, all that good stuff. It starts to affect a lot of people's moods, attitudes. So if you feel yourself having those kind of depressing kind of thoughts from not seeing the sun, like you've been in solitary confinement for 23 and 1 or something, please get the mental help that you need. You know what I mean? Contact your local health department. If you're a veteran, contact your local VA, you know, and then get that mental help. Yeah, just to talk to somebody. Sometimes talking is all that you really need, just to get it off your chest. Does the daylight saving time affect your sleep? Does going back to regular time or switching these time zones affect your work habits or sleep habits? Let us know at 812-303-5018 or on our Facebook page, facebook.com/live999WJCB.